Hello. Hope you're as glad I am that all those political stuff will be gone from our TVs. It was getting pretty hard to watch anything with vote for me or vote for him or vote for her. So I'm glad they're gone. I'm sure the advertisers aren't. They're losing money, but that's okay. I'm glad they're gone. But that's not what I'm going to talk about today. Just had to get that off my chest. Anyway, I was thinking about what to talk about today. This is getting harder and harder. So I thought of something that I think probably a lot of you have been concerned about, and probably maybe I can clear some things up. And that is eschatology. I think that's, a big question on everybody's mind. Certainly is mine. Anyway, eschatology is the study of the end times. And I tell you that not because I believe they're coming, but because in this time period, in the lectionary, and as we go from these last few weeks of the church year into the first couple of weeks of Advent, that's one of the major themes is eschatology, or waiting for Jesus to return. You know that sign that says, look busy, Jesus is coming soon. Not quite that much. It's an interesting thought pattern that I don't think most of us look at. I don't think that we sit in anticipation on a daily basis, believing that Jesus is going to come now or next Tuesday, as I always like to say. But the writers of the New Testament did. The gospel writers, and especially Paul. As a matter of fact, Paul, I think, believed that he would be alive when Jesus came again. The longer he was in ministry, the less he thought that. But there was a real sense of anticipation in the early church of having to be prepared when Jesus came again. Pretty much, except for maybe for a few people out there, far out groups, well, we'd say they're far out groups, most people don't. I remember lots of Advents when I would talk about those things and people would go, when can we sing Christmas carols, and when do we talk about the baby Jesus? Well, this time of year, in these weeks, and in the beginning of Advent, we're not talking about the baby Jesus. We talk about the coming Jesus. And the sense is that we need to be prepared for that. And that means living the kind of lives that God calls us to. Pretty much, I think, over the centuries, a lot of the church, a lot of Christians, have gotten waiting for Jesus fatigue. He's not going to come now. We're pretty sure of that. And can't we just put up and just let go of the anxiety of Jesus returning? As a matter of fact, I don't think most of us have anxiety about that. Maybe we should. There certainly is a sense that we are supposed to live a particular way and carry out life in a particular way. and look at others in a particular way. That sometimes gets tiring. I know it does. But I always like to imagine, and I always used to like to do this, to imagine that while you're in worship on Sunday, Jesus comes in the door in the back and walks down to the front and sits down. Now, I know what I would do would be to run out the back door as quickly as possible, because I'm pretty sure I'm not doing all the things I'm supposed to be doing. But we're supposed to be ready for that. We're supposed to live in the joy of Christ, and we are supposed to anticipate with great joy the coming of Christ again, when all of history is fulfilled, all of creation is fulfilled, and we will no longer see in a glass dimly, but we will see clearly. I have no idea when that's going to happen. But the promise is that it will. So maybe through these last few weeks of the church year and the beginning of the new church year, we can think about how we would want Jesus to find us when he comes again. That usually stirs up the juices in me about where I'm not quite managing to live up to things. So just think about it. You're at dinner some night and somebody knocks on the door and it's Jesus. You're sitting at your desk at work and someone says your appointment has arrived and it is Jesus. That you have gathered for worship with your brothers and sisters, and Jesus does walk in. Wow. That's supposed to scare us and give us great joy. Have a good rest of the day. Have a good rest of the week. And I will try to think something else for next week. Take care. Bye-bye.